Hello students, here we are with the topic algebraic identities, which is a part of your chapter algebraic expressions. Okay, now before we start with that, let me remind you that those who are new, please do not forget to subscribe for the channel, and for any queries just mention it in the comment box. Okay, now here starting with the algebraic identities, what are actually identities? Identities are equalities. They are a kind of equality, so they are equations. There is an equal to sign in between, so they are equations. So we can also call it as equation or equality. So identities are equalities or equations which are true for any value of variables. That means if we put whatever values in terms of whether they are variables and constants, or they are just constants, or they are only variables, that equality always stands true. Okay, so they are equalities which are true for any value of variable or constants, or variable and constants combined term which consist of both variable as well as constant. Okay, now here starting with the first identity that is in your syllabus, and that is related to square. When we are doing a square of an expression, okay, so here if we are given that we are supposed to do the square of a plus b, the whole square. Okay, now previously we have done the multiplication related to it. That means if we are given to multiply a plus b into a plus b, then what we are going to do, we will multiply each term of this expression with the other expression, and which will also be a plus b. So first we will do a into a, and then we are supposed to do a into b, and then after that again b into a, and then again b into b. Okay, so that means we are supposed to multiply each and every term of one expression with each and every term of the other expression. But in case when both the terms are the same, that means when we are given a plus b multiplied by a plus b, then we can use the identity of a plus b whole square. Now what is that identity? That whenever you do the square of a plus b whole square, then what is generally what is the answer that you are supposed to get? The answer will be in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. Always the answer will be in this form only, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so whatever example we take, in that this situation will always hold true, that whatever numbers we take, whatever constants we take, whatever variables we take, in place of this we will take the example of the expression which consists of both variable as well as constant. That means a combined term of variable as well as constant. Let us take an example, that if I take x plus 5 into x plus 5. Okay, just first note down that this is your first identity. If I take x plus 5 plus x multiplied by x plus 5, then what will be my answer? Now in place of a I am having x, and in place of b I am having 5. Okay, that means what I am actually given is I am supposed to find x plus 5 whole square. Okay, that means that x plus 5 into x plus 5. Okay, now x plus 5 into x plus 5, what will I get as the answer? Then I will get a square. That means in place of a I am having x. Okay, in this question I am having a is equal to x and b is equal to 5. So in place of a square I will get x square. So first term will be x square, second term will be 2 into a into b. That means whatever is in place of a and whatever is in place of b, we will take the product of it, a into b, and then multiply 2 to it. Okay, so a is equal to x and b is equal to 5. So 5 into x I get 5x, multiplied by 2 I get 10x. So that means here we are supposed to do 2 multiplied by x multiplied by 5. Okay, and in the third place we are having b square. That means whatever is at the place of b, we are having 5 here, so we will get the third term as the square of 5. Okay, so our final answer will be x square plus 2 5s are 10x plus 25. That will be our final answer. Okay, so this we can do, though I explained it in this step, but we can do it directly. That directly we can get the answer, that we know that a square, that means x square. We know 2 into a into b, so that means what we will do, 2 multiplied by x, 2x multiplied by 5 gives us 10x. Then we'll just write the square of the third term. So we can get the answer directly here. Let us take one more example. Like if I say 2 upon 3, I'll take a fraction here, 2 upon 3 x plus y, 2 upon 3 x plus y. Okay, I am supposed to do the square of this. Now what will I do? Again, we need not write now again and again. We know that the square means we are supposed to multiply this expression by itself. Okay, now we already know this identity here, so every time while solving the question you are supposed to write the identity. First what we'll do, we'll just write what are the values of a and b here. We are having a is equal to 2 upon 3x, okay, and b is equal to, we are having 5, okay, y, sorry, and the identity that we'll use is a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so what answer we will get is, first at the first place we are having the first term that we will get in the answer is a square. That means a is equal to 2 upon 3x. So square of 2 upon 3 will be 4 upon 9x square. Okay, and at the second place we are going to get a square plus 2ab, we are going to get 2ab. So 2 multiplied by, at the place of a we are having 2 upon 3, multiplied by at the place of b we are having y. So 2 upon 3x, we are having x also here. Okay, so if we multiply all these, what answer do we get? 2 2s are 4 upon 3x multiplied by y, 4 upon 3xy. So what do I get here in place of 2ab? 4 upon 3xy. And at the third place we are having b square. So whatever is at the place of b, we'll just do the square of that. That means here we get y square. So this is a final answer. It is such a simple one. When we are having the identities, it makes a, like machines make our work easy. In the same way, identities make our work easy. First we did the square of x plus 5 whole square. We use the identity a square plus 2ab plus b square, and we directly got the answer as x square plus 10x plus 25. In the same way we did 2 upon 3x plus y whole square. We directly got the answer. Instead of multiplying each and every term, we directly got the answer that for at first place we are having a square, that means square of 2 upon 3, and that will be 4 upon 9x square. Then 2ab, that means 2 multiplied by 2 upon 3x, that means 4 upon 3x, multiplied by y, 4 upon 3xy, and then we are having the square of the second term, and that means y square. Similarly, as we are having the identity of a plus, this was our first identity. If I write the second identity here, then the second identity is the same, but the sign is different here. That means a minus b whole square. That gives us a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, a multiplied by a gives us a square, a multiplied by b gives us minus ab, again b multiplied by a gives us minus ab, so minus ab and minus ab gives us minus 2ab, and minus b into minus b gives us b square. So that is our second identity. Okay, now let us understand this also, that every time when we are given an expression like this which are having the two terms same and a minus sign in between, then we should get the answer in this format only. Now let us see an example related to it. If we are given 2x minus 3 the whole square, we are supposed to find out the value of this. First of all, we'll write the identity. A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so now in place of a, what we are having as a is equal to 2x and b is equal to 3. Okay, here there is minus sign, so we have taken the identity of minus only. Okay, so here in the first place, what do I get? A square. What is a? 2x. So square of 2x, and that is equal to 4x square. Let us write it first, that we are going to get the square of 2x. Okay, second term will be 2 multiplied by a, that means 2x, and multiplied by b also, so that means b is 3. So 2 into 2, 4x multiplied by 3, 12x. Now we will not write here minus 3 because we have already taken the negative sign here. Why? Because here we are having negative, that is why we are taking here minus 2ab. Where we had positive, we took positive ab. Okay, now third term will be the square of b, that means plus 3 square. Why we have taken here plus? Because we already know that minus into minus we will always get positive 3. Okay, so plus 3 square. Now simplifying these terms, 4x square, square of 2x, 4x square minus 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12 and x is here, so 12x plus 3 3s are 9. So this is our final answer. So when we are given the to get the square of any expression or we are given to multiply the expression which consists of same terms but a negative sign in between that, then what do? We use this identity and directly get the answer. Okay, now let us take one more example related to it. Again of fraction. So here we are having x plus 1 upon x multiplied by x, sorry, negative sign we are taking, wait a minute. So here we are taking 3a minus 1 upon 2 multiplied by 3a minus 1 upon 2. Okay, I can also write it as 3a minus 1 upon 2 whole square. Okay, we are supposed to find the value of this. Again using the identity, a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so a square, what is a here? 3a. The value of a here is equal to 3a. Okay, and the value of b is 1 upon 2. Okay, now putting these values in the identity. So what do we get here? 3a minus 1 upon 2 whole square is equal to 3a the whole square minus 2 into 3a multiplied by 1 upon 2 plus b square, that means 1 upon 2 the whole square. Okay, now this 2 and this 2 cancels. So here we have got only 3a's. Here the square of 3a is 9a square. 9a square and minus 3a, because this 2 and 2 have cancelled, plus 1 upon 4. That is our final answer. So when we are multiplying, when we are doing the square of 3a minus 2, what do we get? 9a square minus 3a plus 1 upon 4. A square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, clear? So now these two identities we have done, a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square. Hope you have noted down. Now let us come to two more identities that we are going to see here. Okay. So here we are coming to the third identity. Now third identity is when we are given, first we were given to multiply the two expressions in which they contain both the terms were same as well as sign were also same. Now what we are given, the terms are same but the signs are different. That means if we are given to multiply a plus b to a minus b, then what will be the product? Then always the product will be a square minus b square. Now how does this happen? It happens like this, that a multiplied by a is equal to a square, a multiplied by b minus b square, minus ab. Then b multiplied by a positive ab. B multiplied by b gives us minus b square. Okay, now this is negative, this is positive, they cancels, and finally we get the answer as a square minus b square. So the third identity is this, that when we multiply the two expression in which the terms are same but signs are opposite, then in that case what is the answer? A square minus b square, the square of the first and the second term. Okay, and the fourth and the last identity, we will just solve questions related to it. Fourth and the last identity is if we are given to multiply two expressions in which one term is the same and the other is different. That means x plus a multiplied by x plus b. In that case, what is the answer? What is every time the answer that we get is in which form? It is in the form of x square plus a plus b x plus ab. Now how does this happen? Let us understand. X into x gives us x square, x into b gives us plus bx, again a into x gives us ax, and a into b gives us ab. Now these two are unlike terms, but these two are like. So what do? We combine them. So what do we get? X square plus a plus b x plus ab. Like this we get the solution of it. So these are the identities which are true for any value of variable, and we will just see the examples, just solve the examples and see that how this it comes the same. Now solve the examples with the help of these identities. Okay, this is the fourth identity and this is the third identity. Okay, let us see an example related to the third identity, where we are having one positive and one negative. So 2x minus 3 multiplied by 2x plus 3. We are having same terms but the sign is different. So we'll use the identity here, and that is a plus b into a minus b gives us a square minus b square. Always we are supposed to write the identity. So what do we get? The square of 2x. So 2x whole square minus 3 square. So our answer will be 4x square minus 9. That is our final answer. Okay, let us take one more example in which again we are taking as a fraction. We are given x plus 1 upon x multiplied by x minus 1 upon x. What do we get now? Now x, again the same identity that we are using, a plus b into a minus b. That gives us a square minus b square. So the answer will be square of x minus square of 1 upon x. So our answer will be x square minus 1 upon x square. That will be our final answer. Okay, so this is the identity that we have used here, a plus b into a minus b. That gives us a square minus b square. Now the last one is where we are having one term same but the others are different. Everywhere we had both the terms same, but here we are having the second term as different. Okay, now let us take an example related to this also. Here we are having a plus 3b multiplied by a plus 5b. Okay, we are having a same here but b is at the same place of first term we are having same but the second term is different. So a is same here but at the other place we are having 3b and 5b. So our answer should come in the form of x square. We will just write the identity here, that x plus a multiplied by x plus b gives us a x square plus a plus b x plus ab. Okay, so here a square, first we will get a square plus a plus b x. Okay, now a plus b x, that means this plus this multiplied by this first term. Okay, so 3b plus 5b multiplied by a, that will be a second term. Last term will be a into b, that means in place of a we are having 3b and b we are having 5b. So 3b multiplied by 5b, that will be our answer. Now let us combine the terms, like terms, a square plus 3 5s are 15b multiplied by a, ab. Okay, so 15ab we'll get as the middle term plus 3 5s are 15 and b square we are getting. That is the final answer. We can't simplify it further because there are no like terms which we can add or subtract. Okay, let us see one more example related to it, that 7x plus 9 multiplied by 7x plus 8. Okay, now again the same identity that we are using, x plus a multiplied by x plus b, that is equal to x square plus a plus b x plus ab. Okay, so 7x, first we get the x square, so 7x whole square. Okay, plus a plus b. Now we are having here 9 multiplied by 9 plus 8, okay, multiplied by 7x. Here we are having, okay. Now the last term is ab, that means 9 multiplied by 8. Okay, now 7x whole square gives us 49x square, plus 7 plus 8 is equal to 17, and 17 multiplied by 7 gives us 17 sevens are, yes, 119. So 119x plus 9 8s are 72. So our answer is 49x square plus 119x plus 72. Like this we solve the questions related to the identities, the 4 identities. Okay, now there are some questions which are at where we raise the level. That means here we solve the questions which are related to these identities also, plus we do some kind of addition and subtraction also in that. Let us see those questions. Yes, now here we are having 3p minus 5q whole square, 3p minus 5q whole square. Okay, this we have already done, but here we are also having plus 3p plus 5p whole square. We are supposed to add 3p plus 5p whole square. That means first we'll use this identity, we'll use this identity also. There, here we are going to use the identity of a minus b whole square. Here we are going to use the identity of a plus b whole square, and we'll expand these terms, and after that we are supposed to add all the like terms there. Now how will we do that? First we'll write the identity. Both the identities we are supposed to write here. A minus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab, minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, and a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so using the first identity first, what do we get? Now we'll write directly. Okay, so 3p whole square will be equal to 9p square. Okay, minus 2ab, so minus, okay, 2 multiplied by 3p is equal to 6p. Okay, and 6p multiplied by 5q is equal to 6 5s are 30pq. So minus 30pq. Okay, you can first multiply both these terms and then multiply 2 to it, then also we will get the same answer. Now the third term will be plus b square, that means plus 5q whole square. So 5 5s are 25 and q square, 25q square. Now we are having plus sign here, so we need not keep the other terms. That means on expanding it, whatever terms we are getting, we need not keep them in bracket because addition sign is there. So there won't be any kind of change in the signs. So one step we have to do less here. But in case if here we would have got subtraction, then we would have written all the terms in the bracket, and then in the next step we would have changed the signs. But right now it is not so. So we'll just write here itself 3p whole square gives us 9p square, again 2ab, that means plus a into b, 5 3s are 15, and multiplied by 2 gives us, I wrote here p only, multiplied by 2 gives us 30pq, so plus 30pq. Okay, and then we are having 5q whole square, that means plus 25q square. Okay, now are there any like terms? Yes, we are having, these two are like terms. So 9p plus 9p square plus 9p square gives us 18p square. Okay, now 30pq, here we are having negative, here we are having positive, they both get cancelled, and here we are having 25q square, here now 25q square, both are positive, so plus 50q square, that is our final answer. Okay, so this is the way we solve it. But in case if there is minus sign in between, then let us take an example related to it also. We are having 2x plus 5 whole square minus minus 2x minus 5 whole square. Okay, again both the identities we are supposed to use here, so just write the identities. I am not going to write it again, but you are supposed to write the identity every time you solve it. Okay, so here using the first identity, a plus b whole square, that is equal to, here we get a square, that means 2x whole square, that is equal to 4x square, plus 2ab. So 2 5s are 10x, we are having x here, 2 5s are 10x, multiplied by 2 gives us 20x. Okay, now b square, square of 5 is equal to 25, is equal to 25. Now we will put a minus sign here, and all the terms what we are getting on getting the square of 2x minus 5, we will just put it in bracket, and in the next step we will change the signs. Okay, so again the same terms we will get here, only minus 2ab we are going to get here. So 4x square minus 20x plus 25. Now when we open the bracket, the signs change. 4x square plus 20x plus 25 minus 4x square plus 20x minus 25. Okay, now are there any like terms? Yes, these two are like terms, but both are of opposite signs, so both cancels. 20x and 20x both are of same sign, so they get added, so we get 40x here, both are positive, so positive 40x here. Now 25 and 25, one positive and one negative, both get cancelled, so here our final answer is 40x. Okay, so like these are the questions where we are using those identities, as well as we are doing the subtraction and addition also with that. But the only thing is, take care, when we are having the negative sign here, then we are supposed to change the signs which of the terms which are in the second bracket. Okay, I hope you understood it very well, the 4 identities and its uses. Again we are having one more video related to algebraic identities, where we are going to see the applications of these identities when we are using taking constants and then applying those identities there also to get the result, means multiplying big numbers, and without doing actual multiplication we just use the identities and get the answers quickly. Okay, so do not forget to watch the next video for further applications of these identities. Thanks for watching.